Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and it's time to do our Inktober for day 25 of 2025. And I think we decided yesterday we would kind of do the black cat sitting on or popping out of a pumpkin that Janice Glines recommended. So, black and some oranges. Maybe a bit of gold. Good morning, Linda. Did you get your postcard? I hope it arrived. I know that Joyce got hers. So I think I'm going to do it. I'll do the pumpkin and then we'll do the cat coming out the top. So I guess we'll make it a jack-o'-lantern. And I'll just sketch everything with the black pen first. Morning, Melanie. And I don't plan to be on very long. So start with an oval. And of course, because I'm on here, the cats have all gone to the door. And the cat will be up here. And I've got a pen booger on the end of the pen. You guys aren't going to want to be out there. It's like 44 degrees here this morning. Just lay down somewhere and be good. It's not a very even head. And almond-shaped eyes. I have a little space heater going because the cats were acting like they were chilled. They are spoiled wretches. They really are. Let's see here. Morning, Leah. Hadn't seen you in a while. It came Friday. Oh, good, good. I was starting to get concerned that maybe the shape had thrown the post office kind of off since it was coffin-shaped postcard. But see, that just shows you can send anything. I know Janet Nash has sent me some shaped postcards and they made it. So I knew it should make it, but, you know, knowing and then believing can sometimes be two very different things. Sometimes we don't want to see what's the obvious because our heart just isn't there yet. All right, I don't want to make the cat too dark because I want his little features to still show. Maybe I'll make his eyes green so they show up a little bit, and then he needs some whiskers coming out. Make them long. It's going to be a good crop when a cat's whiskers are long. At least that's what Scott says. And I'm sorry for the snuffles. It's just that time of year. And his eyes are green. It just looks like I colored them in black, but it's okay. All right. All right. So cover that up so it doesn't dry out. And then I really wanted to turn this into a jack-o'-lantern. So just finished watching the Irish Homestead, and they just had their inspection to get their grant approved or paid out on. So I'm excited for them. I hope it goes through with no hitches. I think that's a marvelous program that Ireland does for people. You know, you can buy a derelict farm and you apply for a grant, and they will help pay you to bring these farms back to life. I think it's amazing. There's so many farms failing here that all those old farmhouses are going to be lost unless somebody comes in. And somebody bought the farm I grew up on. They got it at auction because there was a big family dispute, blah, blah, blah. But I think the young man is turning it into like a hunt club, because there's 2 houses on it. The original, like 200 or 300-year-old house, and then the one that was built in the 70s is the smaller house. But the big house has 1, 2, 3, 5 bedrooms upstairs and 1 small bedroom downstairs. And so they could turn that into quite a bed and breakfast type situation. But that old farmhouse, it had a stone foundation, and it really needed to be jacked up and the foundation firmed up, and because the floors had all started going toward the middle of the house, and yeah, so it was going to need a lot of work. I would be interested to just, drive by and see what he's done if we ever make it up to New York again. And I hope he does something positive with it. You know, that old saying, you can never go back home once you move on in life, is really true. I don't think I could live there again. Not happily. Because you grow as you age. You know, if you're lucky, you grow. You don't want to stay stagnant. And, everything's changed. The little village that I went to school in has grown, and it's got apartment buildings all around it now that didn't used to be there, and that kind of stuff. And the old village Great American grocery store closed down, and it's been torn down. I can see that when I look it up on Google Earth. It's just a pile of dirt now, which is really sad, because that was the only grocery store left in the village, I think. And so now they have to drive into a neighboring town to go to like a Walmart, because they just don't have much there. They've got the old variety store. Somebody's opened it up as a discount grocery store, which I think is really a cool idea too. They buy groceries that may be getting close to their sell-by date, but they sell them really cheap, and that'll help the young families up there, I'm sure. So any community that's trying to take care of their own just really makes me happy. I know the food line Thursday was even longer, and I dread what November's going to bring for some of these families. We'll see. I know there's a big food drive going on at a couple of the grocery stores. You buy a $40 certificate, and it's supposedly supposed to feed 10 people, maybe a meal, I guess. I know we're getting to where, we just don't go out to eat quite as often as we used to. It just costs too much. Well, I'm liking my little pumpkin jack-o'-lantern thing. I think I want to add more of the light orange back on here. Oh. Just to make it look more orange. Scott's still asleep, or he's in there listening to me. But I thought, oh, I better go on and do my Inktober. And then maybe I can get off before Pastry Queen starts, if she starts today. So I can watch her for a while. And I still need to watch all my Friday sews videos from the gals that do a weekly Friday sews. I haven't sewn on anything. I got the top cut out for my sister-in-law, but I haven't started sewing on it yet. So I need to do that. All right. So now we'll go back in with the black and just bring some of these up. Hi, Mina. Our son is off with his girlfriend again tonight, last night. I don't know if they're going to go anywhere this week. Greg's had car trouble. He had to put a alternator in his car, not last night, but the night before. It died on him on his way home from work, and he ended up having to drive home with no headlights. And he got in the yard and he turned the headlight on, and the car died because it was trying to draw too much power, I guess. So he was up to like 1 a.m. putting a new alternator on his car night before last. And then yesterday, he's just recovered from that injury where he pulled his joint, basically apart on his left hip. And he was having to replace a 100-foot belt on a conveyor yesterday. So I told him, I said, really think about every move that you make so you don't you just got that healed up. And it's probably not fully healed, so don't press your luck. I think we need to get a white pen and just add a little highlight to one of his eyes. Let me grab my pasta. Yeah, he pulled the tendons and the muscles all around his left hip joint, and he was out for a week. So I just want a tiny little dot. And then maybe some in his eyes here. It doesn't look like much on screen, I'm sure, but sometimes that little white dot. Where's the brown? And we'll do a little, so it doesn't look like it's floating. Oh, the brown is the one we couldn't get to write the other day. Oh, look, it's doing now. Scott's trying to wake up. I can hear him in there yawning and trying to get woke up. Poor guy. I probably woke him up. Maybe we'll make it look like a wood floor. And then do some. Here we go. All right, so there's my little jack-o'-lantern with a cat coming out of it. And then I'll flip it over and put the 25th. Oh, we didn't do the last one. This would be October 24th, 2025. And then October 25th, 2025. Here we go. So we only have 6 days left to Halloween. And that'll be my Inktober all on one sheet. Looks like we need to start doing some with some backgrounds again to kind of pull it all together, but I'll think of something. All right, guys, have a great Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning to do day 26. Bye.